Hey, what's up, guys? Today's mission brief, I want to tell you about one of my all time favorite movies that you've probably seen and um, what that has to do with your marriage and how that's going to make you a better man. So, Groundhog Day is an absolute favorite movie in my family. My wife and I love it, and therefore we've required all of our kids to love it. And we try to watch it every year on Groundhog Day as much as possible. So I've seen this movie a few times, and there's this incredible theme going on just below the surface of the movie that you're going to want to go rewatch it after I tell you this. So, first of all, I'm going to completely assume you have seen this movie. If you have not seen this movie, crawl out from the rock you live under and go watch Groundhog Day. It's hilarious, but it also has an important message, and that's what I want to talk about. So, the character Phil, Phil Connors, yeah, he starts off the movie as a total jerk. He's rude and condescending to everybody. And once he gets stuck repeating the same day over and over, he starts making it his goal to try to get the girl. That becomes his goal. His goal is get the girl. That's what his character is trying to do. At first, it's one girl, then it's another girl, and then it's the girl, and it's her. Um, the character played by Andy McDowell. Over and over, every day that he repeats, over and over, he's trying to get this girl to sleep with him. And that's me. That's just me putting it bluntly. That's what's happening. It's all funny and it's all dating, but we know what his goal is. And so everything he does, he is doing to get this girl. And he starts a day and he makes one mistake, and it's the next day, and he fixes that mistake, but he makes another one, and then it's another day, and he fixes both of those, but he makes a third mistake, and it's a whole nother day, and so on, until he eventually crushes it. He puts together like the ultimate date for this girl he's trying to get, that, I mean, it would take years to get to, and that's what he did. And even at the end of this perfect date that he's spent all this time trying to put together, and it's really all geared to manipulate her into thinking that he's like her soulmate, because he just knocks every single move out of the ballpark. Even at the end of that perfect day, it falls apart right at the end. She sees through it. He gets slapped. And then there's this awesome montage in the movie of him just getting slapped over and over, day after day after day after day. And the wheels just fall off his plan. That's where in the movie he kind of gives up after that and starts committing suicide every single day. You haven't seen the movie at this point. You're like, this does not sound like a comedy. I assure you, it actually is. But anyway, then the important thing happens. Then the crucial change takes place in our character, Phil. You see, he stops trying to get the girl, and he just starts working on himself. You see him, he starts taking piano lessons. And so it's like every single day he has to introduce himself from the beginning to a piano teacher and pay for and get one lesson. And then the next day, repeat and get one lesson. And the next day, repeat. So it's literally always his first lesson with this new teacher every day when you think about it. But he does this so long that near the end of the movie, he is a masterful piano player, right? He's playing at this big party. He's up on the stage. He's playing in front of everybody. He's just like tearing up the ivory. And that's not all. He doesn't just learn how to play the piano. He walks around this town and starts helping people. So there's like an old homeless man, and he takes him to the hospital. He takes him to a restaurant and buys him all the food he can eat. He discovers a boy that falls out of a tree and breaks his arm that day. Who's actually, by the way, a little nugget in that movie. That boy with the broken arm is in the background of the hospital with the scene where he takes the old man to the hospital, because that was a day where he didn't catch the boy. Cool Easter egg in the movie for you. So he starts walking down the sidewalk at the exact moment every day that this boy falls out of the tree, and he catches him every single day. So he stops going after the girl, and every single day he's taking a piano lesson. He's helping a homeless man. He's catching and saving the boy falling out of the tree. He finds a car full of elderly women who have a flat tire, and every day he changes their tire. He's like ready and waiting on the side of the road with a tire and jack. It's pretty funny. And what else? Oh, he learns how to do ice sculpting, right? So at the end of the movie, he's like sculpting these beautiful ice sculptures. He's playing the piano. He saves the boy. He helps the women. He helps the old man. He walks through the restaurant and saves a man every day who's choking and in need of the Heimlich maneuver. So you see the picture. He just forgets. He gives up on this target of trying to get the girl, of trying to get sex. And he just starts working on himself, and he just becomes this awesome dude. And by the end of the movie, he's nothing like the jerk that was him at the beginning. By the end of the movie, he's literally like the nicest guy in the world. He's helping everybody in town. Everybody loves him. Whereas at the beginning of the movie, everybody can't stand him. All because he stopped focusing on the girl and trying to go after sex and pursuing the girl and get the girl and get the girl and get the girl, and just forget about that and just go become a better man. Just go be the best dude you can be. Take care of yourself, improve your own life, learn a skill, learn a hobby, do things that are helpful to others in the town you are in. And what happens? The girl is attracted to that, and he gets the girl. So at the end of the movie, he gets together with the girl. She completely falls for him, buys him at the auction, buys a date with him, and she's paying to take him out on a date. That's the message of Groundhog Day: is stop pursuing sex with the girl and go work on yourself and become a better man. And by the way, when you do, you will just happen to get the girl also. Maybe not the girl that you're thinking of right now. Maybe not the girl you're trying to pursue. Maybe you will attract a much better woman. Maybe you will attract a higher quality woman as you yourself become a higher quality man. Last Sunday, a guy came up to me and caught me like in the foyer of the church. He tells me, I've been wanting to tell you this for about 2 years, but when you first met with me 2 years ago, you said something to me, and when you said it, I thought, this guy's crazy. He said, but now I see the wisdom in what you were saying. It's totally come true, and I just wanted to say thank you, which was really great feedback to get from him. I really loved hearing that. I appreciated that feedback from him. And here's what I told him 2 years ago. This guy came to see me. He was going through a really rough time in his relationships. In his relationship with a woman, he was going through a tough time. And here's what I told him. I said, the object of these appointments with me, our goal here is not to get the girl to stay with you. That's not our goal. I said, our goal is for you to become a better man. He didn't like to hear that. He's looking at me sideways. They always kind of do when I say that, because they're just trying to save the relationship. They're trying to keep this woman with them. They're in panic mode because they're afraid she's going to leave. So they don't like to hear that's not our goal. But here's what else I told him. I said, the goal is to make you a better man. And 1 year from now, 2 years from now, If you become a better man, it won't matter whether she's still with you or not, because you will be the man you're supposed to be. And her choice is up to her. And whether you spend the rest of your life with her or with somebody else, the goal is for you to be a better man, not to try to keep somebody to stay with you. And he said, and that's been 100% true. I'm in a totally new place in life. I'm a completely different man than I used to be. I'm in a better relationship now. And I get what you were saying. And I just want to thank you for that. And of course, he was telling me that right after February, the first week of February, when I had just watched Groundhog Day on February 2nd. It's fresh in my mind. And I was like, that is the exact plot of Groundhog Day playing out right there. He stopped chasing the woman, concerning himself with trying to hold on, obtain her, and became the man that he was designed to be. So, guys, there's our lesson from today, right? Just like I told that guy 2 years ago, coaching him, just like Phil Connors learned in Groundhog Day, don't make it your goal to get the girl or to keep the girl with you or to get sex. That should never be your goal. For one thing, you're putting all of the power over the end result in someone else's hands, right? If they choose to leave, if they choose to walk away from you, then they wreck your plans. Don't create a goal that someone else has the power of keeping you from. Make your goal one that you can obtain no matter what the world around you does, no matter what the woman does, no matter what your friends do. Make it your goal to just be a better man. Stop just, pursuing sex all the time and become the man that you could be. Step it up, step up your game, start helping other people in your community, start learning a new skill, start doing something of value. And when you do, you will become the more attractive man. But keep your goals in the right place. Don't give other people the power over you like that. Don't rest all of your happiness in someone else's hands. Take control of your own life. Make yourself a better man. That's the goals that we should all have. All right, guys, go enjoy rewatching Groundhog Day if you haven't. See you around the fire.